What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. Bitcoin is at a decision point. It needs to make a decision. We're going to take a look at the confirmation areas and what to look out for to know where we could be headed. Also, we're going to take a look at yesterday's targets and areas we were watching and see how that played out. Don't forget, we have a free Discord group. It's in the link down below in the description. Great community, guys. Totally free. Check it out if you haven't already. Let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. And don't forget, we do a Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway for free every Monday. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you scroll down, subscribe to the channel, tick that notification bell to get you notified when I post videos, smash that thumbs up button, and leave a comment down below. You guys, I usually do Litecoin and Ethereum. I haven't been doing it as much. I want to keep the videos shorter. But if you would like me to start doing a separate video on those, I could do that. Let me know in the description below, or I'm sorry, in the comments below. And let's see what's going on. So looking at the 4 hour, we've been watching this rising broadening wedge. And something I'm looking at now is, this is what I was talking about. If we look here at the last time we had our correction over here, we go from we put a Fibonacci retracement on the swing high to the swing low here. And as you can see, we'll zoom in here. And as you can see, we opened and closed one candle above there on the 4 hour. It didn't quite stay up there, but this is what I'm looking for. Possibly right now, we could be headed back down. But what you need to look for, and that's the 0.786 fib. I did the same thing over here from the swing high to the swing low. If we get a 4 hour candle open and close above this, there's a chance we could be going to the all-time, to make a new all-time high. As we've been looking at, let me get this, let me fix this. Look at this as a possible inverse head and shoulders here with our neckline right up here. We've been watching that. We did break the neckline, came back down, retested it, and got support. If we can open and close a 4 hour candle above the 55,200 range, then I think we could be headed up to at least retest this high up here. And the measured move, if this does play out as an inverse head and shoulders, would get us up to around the 62,600 range. Now, if we're not able to open and close at least a 4 hour above this 55,200, and we come back down. Yesterday I had this at 53.48. We did wick below it, but let's move this over now to around the 53,500. We get back below that and then drop below the 0.618 fib, which is going to be around 52.5. If we start heading in that direction, we could be seeing, let me get these off of here and show you what I'm looking at. We could be seeing another retrace all the way back to this bottom trend line that I've been talking about. I do expect us to come back down and touch this bottom trend line at some point here. Again, unless we break up from here at that, like I said, we start opening and closing 4 hour candles above 55,200, then we're probably going to continue up. We'll take a look at the smaller time frame and then the macro too here in a little bit. But what I'm looking at now is keeping an eye on this area right here. We are above the EMAs in the 4 hours, so that is leaning bullish unless we start breaking below them. But I do think we're still going to come back down and make contact with this trend line. And that's not necessarily bearish, because if we do retrace to this level, we could still get that one more moonshot that everybody's looking for towards the end of the year. But if you look at the other targets I have down here, I'll show you how I get them. And that's looking at this as a possible ABC correction. If we put the Fibonacci extensions on here from the swing high to the swing low, back up to the top, if we've topped here for this, which would be B, and then come down for C, it would be right around the 43,800 range to come back if this took a few weeks to get us back down to this, which would be towards the end of March. And if this bottom trend line breaks, guys, I get pretty bearish. If we look at this as for a 1-to-1 extension, if it's topped here, we'd be looking for around a $40,300 Bitcoin. That would break us below this trend line. If we break below here, come back up and get rejection, then I'm looking for somewhere around $31,000 range. And that would be extremely bearish for Bitcoin. We'll take a look at that in the macro. We do have a measured move. If we break down from this rising broadening wedge to approximately 16,200, that all depends on if and when it breaks though. And then looking at the super bullish case, if we did break up from here, we could be looking at a, let's see. Yeah, we could be looking at a $80,000 to $90,000 Bitcoin if we break this top trend line. But we're going to take a look at some other areas in the macro also. But let's see if we get an open and close of a 4-hour candle, which we'd have to see today above the 55.2. If we get that, then we're bullish. If not, if we break back below this 53.5 range, open and close a 4-hour below that, then we're bearish. I believe we come down to this lower level. Let's take a look at the 15 minutes. So this is what we were watching for yesterday. I was looking for a rejection around the 54 or 55.4, which would be the top of this rising channel. We can move this up now. Actually, we can get this off of there. Let me remove that. And we were looking at a target of around 59.2, and I was looking for a break here if we did. We did break there, but got rejected. We can get rid of this yellow trend line now. We broke it, so it's not valid. So still looking at this as a possible rising channel. We can move this too, because that was a wedge target, and that wedge didn't play out. So let's put this somewhere right around here, the 56.3 range. If we come up, if we do break this 56.3 or break this top trend line, guys, we're probably headed up to around our target of the measured move of the break of this wedge. And I like to go from where it first broke. That would get us around the 59.2 range. So look for a rejection there. If we do break up out of this, and if we already come all the way back down, break down below this, we could be looking in that depends on where it breaks too, guys, also. But I keep these on there so we can check, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we check how our targets did the following day. So tomorrow we'll look at this stuff and check these trend lines, see what happened. But 49.3, 49.5 range would be where I'd expect us to come and get a bounce after breaking this if we do. But again, if we break up, you know the upper targets. If you guys are interested in trading, check out Prime XBT. I'll leave a tutorial up top on how to use their margin. I have links down below to affiliate links for the channel for other trading sites. Also, Webull. If you were in on the Robinhood stuff, don't like the way they work, check out Webull. You can transfer your account, they'll pay you, and you also get 2 free stocks for checking out Webull by using my link below. So check that out. And oh yeah, you can trade on Prime XBT. You can trade gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, Forex, all on one exchange. You can use my promo code Savy50. That will get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit into your trading account as a bonus, up to 1 Bitcoin that you can use towards your margin. Savy25 will get you 25% off your trading fees. All right, so the Dow Jones yesterday made another new all-time high. Had a pretty bearish candle here. We'll see what happens. Obviously, Bitcoin will probably continue correcting if the Dow drops from here. We've also been keeping an eye on the DXY, which is the dollar index. We've been watching this fractal play out. We did break out just like over here. We came back down, retested it, and we had talked about getting rejection at the 55 EMA, which is not a surprise. We're getting that, but our EMAs are turning bullish here. I do believe once we break this 55 EMA, which is around 92.26, test it, get support, we'll continue on up with the DXY. And when the DXY rises, high risk or risk on assets in the market, gold, silver, everything falls with it, including Bitcoin. If the DXY continues this breakout, which I do think it is, I've been telling you guys I am bullish on the DXY. And as you can see, even the fractal even plays out, and this is the 3-day chart, still even plays out right in the indicators here. This is the MACD, looks the exact same as the breakout over here as right now where we're at. 3-day broke out of the wedge just like we did back here. Again, guys, I'm still bullish on the dollar. Gold, we have a target still, our first target, and we made this chart back over here around November. Our first target, 1736 hit, and I said if that broke, I'd be looking for 1647, which I am still looking for that. Although if we look at this as a channel, as you can see, I have touches on the channel up here. We did get a bounce off of here, but I'm still looking for that 1647. If that breaks, guys, it gets really ugly for gold. Let's take a look at silver. Silver broke out of our rising channel. Our measured move here is right back around the $20 range. We do have some support here at 21.20 area, but I believe we'll come back down and see this $20 range here soon enough. Obviously, it's probably not going to go straight down, but if the market's all correct and the DXY continues up, remember, gold, silver, Dow, S&P, everything falls when the DXY goes up. That is, like I said, people getting into the dollar, the safe haven. You've heard the phrase, buy the fear, sell the greed. All the fears in the dollar. That's, people don't want to look at that, though. They just want to look at inflation and an excuse for Bitcoin to go higher. Which, again, I'm not saying it's not going to, but you have to look at both sides of the market, guys. And right here is the 3-day. We had this bearish divergence here, and we had a huge bearish engulfing candle right here. This is another confirmation for me. Our 3-day closes in about 10 hours, 51 minutes. If we have a close above the 55,950 range, which is our close over, our open and close over here, these two 3 days. If we get above that and manage to close the 3-day above that, that's going to be pretty bullish. Even though we have the bearish divergence here, I do want to show you on the weekly. On the weekly, we had the same thing. We had higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. So we do have bearish divergence here, but in the weekly, we also have bullish divergence. Like you can see back here, we made higher lows in the price, and then we made lower lows in the RSI. That is hidden bullish divergence, and we did get this push up. We are doing that again, so be cautious, because that could be another sign that we're going to continue higher, possibly. The weekly, where was our weekly candle closes? Right around 57.4. So a weekly close above 57.4 could be extremely bullish for Bitcoin. Looking at the macro, and this is the dollar index on the bottom. This is Bitcoin on the top. The white arrows represent the dollar bottoms, and they also represent the Bitcoin tops. They line up perfectly. Yellow arrows represent Bitcoin bottoms and dollar tops. They line up perfectly. So that's one reason I'm extremely cautious here. Now let's look at the bullish and the bearish case scenario using the Fibonacci channels here. As you can see, we got our 13 top here, 17 top here, and we did spike above the 0.236 a little bit in 2013. We are getting rejected there now, and if we zoom in, let's take a look. Again, this is the macro and this is the log chart. So if we're able to get up here, retest this again around 62,000 range, 62.5. You know, we have that target there. If we get rejection, we could come all the way back down to retest this next fib, which is right around 33.6. If that was to break, come up, get resistance. Next one's right around the mid $20,000 range. But if we break up above this 62,000, 63,000 area, come back down, get support, then that could be extremely bullish. Everybody's talking about the $100,000, $200,000 Bitcoin. That is a possibility if we can break above this fib, which right now lies around 6250 or 62,500. If we can break above that, get support, we could be heading up here by the end of the year into the $100,000-$200,000 range. But until we break this and have confirmation that we broke it and it is support, I'm not looking for that yet. I'm more so looking for a retest of this bottom one. Let's take a look at, so this is a very bearish case scenario that we're creating a fractal just like 2017, 19, and now. And this ended up being a huge triangle. If we have topped out here and we're starting a bear market, back in 2017, we had the same type fractal after a parabolic bull run. We corrected 84%. Back here in 2019, we had a mini one and we corrected 72%. So 85% correction from here would be around the $8,800 range. Again, if we don't go to new all-time highs here, which we are very close, but keep in mind, when these top, they form triangles. Sorry that I'm moving it all over, guys, but I want to show you. Triangles form at the top after parabolics, and we talked about this before. Big money will sell, they'll buy, create a floor down here, get everybody bullish again, then sell on them. Buy down here, create a floor again, get everybody bullish, and sell on them. That's what creates triangles. And we did the same thing back here in 2017. So if that's the case and we do that again, and again, this is pure speculation, but if this has topped, and we don't make a new all-time high here, we could be looking at something like this. And these take time. It doesn't mean it drops straight down. So if we're not able to create a new all-time high, we may do something like this. This could, play out over the next year, possibly 2 years, if that's the case. But again, if we open and close the 4 hours above that 0.786 fib, then we could be heading to a new all-time high. This is the dollar overlaid on the Bitcoin chart. As you can see, every time the dollar bottoms out on this trend line on the bottom, Bitcoin is at or near its top. Same thing when the dollar is bullish, dollar hits its top, Bitcoin hits its bottom. So we'll see what happens here, guys. Like I said, I'm still bullish on the dollar. If the dollar does crash like everybody is assuming, that changes everything and that makes Bitcoin super bullish. But like I said, I'm still bullish on the dollar as of now. Bitcoin funding rate, still a little high here. It's favoring the bears a little bit. We'll see how this plays out. This is another speculation here. Now, the bullish speculation is looking at this as a bull flag up here, and we have a measured move around 75,000. Bearish case, again, if we have topped out here, we could be forming what looks like it could possibly be, and again, pure speculation, guys. We have to see how this plays out. But if we did top here, come back down and create a neckline, could be a head and shoulders. That would get us down to the $8,800 to $9,000 range also, which would be that 84 to 85% correction. Again, break and make a new all-time high. That changes everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed the content. Like I said, let me know if you want to see separate videos on Ethereum and Litecoin. I'll make it together. Otherwise, I won't worry about it, but let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe by clicking the CryptoSavvy logo above my head. Smash the like button. Leave your comments. Check out my wife's webpage, which is also down with my affiliate links. Check them out. There's a lot of discounts and free stuff down there. But inkyorimage.com, quality stuff, a lot of great gift ideas. There's also a crypto section. And if you have something special you want on any of this stuff, she can do that for you. Just get a hold of her on the page. There is a contact section. So thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day. I'll try to do a live tomorrow or tonight if I have time. So make sure your notification bell is on. Have a great day. I'm out of here.